Back to lower body day. We are on the 9th and we only have one part. We have 5, 6, or 7 rounds. That's your choice. So sometimes you'll notice there is a little bit more, one more round choice in some of the exercises. And usually those ones typically don't have a part 2. So this one, 5, 6, or 7 rounds, your choice. Front rack squat with calf raise, reverse lunge with knee up per leg, pogo jump squats, and 4 lunge pulses per leg. Front rack squat with calf raise. So we had talked about that when we did our thrusters. Calf, 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 calf. Reverse lunge with knee up. Reverse lunge, knee up. Reverse lunge, knee up, or just go straight into it, or pause. And then switch sides. Pogo jump squat. Bounce, bounce, squat. Bounce, bounce, squat. Bounce, bounce, squat. And forward lunge with a pulse. So that's going to be lunge, bounce, back. 1. Lunge, bounce, back. 2. Okay. Front rack squat with calf raise. So as I just mentioned, this was how we were set up for our thruster. So we are going to squat down, and when we stand up, we're going to lift up on our toes, okay? Squat, toes, squat, toes, squat, toes. So when you go up on your toes, you are working your calf muscle, which is the back of your leg. So with these, I notice sometimes certain shoes make it easier or harder. And sometimes I go up and I'm almost like stuck here for a minute. Other times I go up and it's really short. So it's not really, don't really worry too much about how the calf raise is. I feel like the less I think about it and I just do it, the more I fall into a rhythm without even having to think about it. But don't stress it. Like there's sometimes I do these and I don't know if it's the shoes or what it is, but it's like every single time it's like not a good one. But it doesn't matter. Just try it, just do it. If it's really not working or whatever, just do a regular front rack squat. But again, don't stress too much about how some of the calf raises might be really good, some of them might not be that good. It's fine. It's still going to be a calf raise. Reverse lunge with knee up. So I don't think we talked about real lunges yet. So we did the lateral lunges. So a regular lunge is either going to be forward or reverse, okay? Now, they are the same form whichever way you go. So I'm just going to show you reverse. So what you're going to do is, well, I'll show you from the front first. You're going to step backward, and you want to make sure that you can still see that back foot. So we call that like railroad tracks instead of tightrope, which means both feet are in line and you can no longer see that back foot. So you want to make sure you're in the train tracks, you can still see that back foot. And then just like our curtsy lunge, you're just going to sink down at the knee. So your upper body doesn't need to do anything at all. Keep your shoulders up and straight, your back straight, just sink down at the knee, return. Back, sink down, return. Step back, sink, step back and sink, okay? So your knees should almost be, I need to tighten my shoe. Your knees should almost be at 90-degree angles when you sink down, and you want to make sure that they are both bent. A lot of times people step back and they want to try to keep their back leg really straight and they stretch out really far. You should have both bent almost equally. So notice I'm not taking a huge step back. I'm just taking a comfortable step where I can bend both knees and return, okay? So when you do your lunge, railroad, sink down. When you sink, your hips, your feet, your knees, and your shoulders should all be forward. So you shouldn't have any bowing. It shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't have anything weird going on where they're going any which way but forward or straight, okay? Now this one, we're going to bring our knee up when we return to starting position. So we're going to step back. When we come up, we're going to knee up, down, lunge, knee, down, lunge, knee. Notice that I end up working my arms with it. Opposite, up, opposite, up. Okay, that's just me. I find that I have really good balance when I do it that way. You might find a different way to move your arms, but for me, I like to have the knee that goes back, arm come up, and then I switch and I drive my knee into the opposite hand. Okay, that's just what I like to do. Now, you can do it slow or fast. You can go here, up, pause, back, up, pause, or you can knee straight back, knee straight back. It's all about your balance and your strength, okay? And then you're gonna do that for both sides. Then we're gonna move on to our pogo jump squat. So again, if you already know you have jumping issues, bending issues, please refer to the video that is pinned as resources videos where I talk about bad knee subs, no bending subs, and that way you already have something to replace this one, okay? This is our pogo jump squat. So the pogo jump is hop, hop. It's 2 short jumps, and then we open up into a squat. So hop, hop, squat, hop, hop, squat, hop, hop, squat, okay? Pretty self-explanatory. And forward lunge with a pulse. So we just talked about our reverse lunge. Same, everything goes railroad track, everything is forward, sink down, 90 degree, 90 degree. Your body is upright, your shoulders are not sunken down, your back is not rounding. Keep everything the same, just sink down. So this time, we're gonna go forward, bounce, back. Forward, bounce, back. So let me show you from the side. Forward, bounce, back. So that bounces our pulse. Forward, pulse, step back, okay? Now, if you are somebody who does not have bad knees, but does have balance issues, you can do a lot of these lunges or one-legged things while holding onto the back of your chair, okay? Just to give you balance, just to make sure that you're not gonna topple over. You could have done the same thing with the curtsy. If you needed just some stability, you can always hold on to something. If you can do it, you just have bad balance, okay? And that was it. Forward lunge with pulse, no part 2.